All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to Study Hall. You know, we like to get our hands dirty with the details.
Dear.
And today's no different.
Yeah.
We're diving deep into a recent executive order.
Oh, yeah.
All about the Second Amendment.
Big one.
So before we
Yeah.
really get into it, let's make sure we're all starting from the same place.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you cast your mind back
Okay.
to civics class,
Mm-hmm.
the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution
Right.
protects the right to keep and bear arms.
Yeah.
Pretty important stuff.
Absolutely.
And this executive order kind of jumps right into that debate that's been going on forever.
It does. I mean, this is a really hot topic,
Right.
you know, and this executive order, it really kind of gets to the heart of what that right actually means
Yeah.
practically, you know,
Yeah.
what are the limits? How do we balance that with other concerns, public safety, things like that?
Yeah, so this executive order,
Yep.
it's actually laid out
Yeah.
pretty systematically.
Yeah, it is.
You know, you've got the purpose section,
Mm-hmm.
then you've got the plan of action, how it's supposed to be implemented,
Right.
and then it wraps up with some general provisions.
Right.
So don't worry, we're going to break down
Yeah.
all that legal jargon.
Well, we'll translate it into plain English for you.
Okay.
But the language is important, right? You know, like just starting with the purpose section.
Okay.
They talk about the Second Amendment as being indispensable.
Oh.
Like it's foundational to all other rights.
Okay, so they're definitely coming in strong
Right out of the gate.
right away.
Yeah.
But what does that plan of action actually involve?
Well, this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Because it's basically telling the Attorney General to go and investigate.
Okay.
You know, to look into anything. That might be infringing on Second Amendment rights.
Okay.
They're not just saying go look around. They're saying here's a list
Okay.
of very specific things
Oh, wow.
to look at.
Give me an example.
Sure, yeah. One of the bullet points is how firearms are classified,
Okay.
which sounds technical, but
Uh-huh.
that determines what regulations apply to different types of weapons.
Oh.
So this order is basically saying, aren't these classifications accurate? Are they too restrictive?
Wow.
You know, and it's
That's a big question.
a huge can of worms.
So the Attorney General has 30 days to review all this,
Yeah.
come up with a plan, and present it back to the president.
Yeah, 30 days. That's not a lot of time.
That's not a lot of time.
Especially when you think about it. I mean, imagine you're the Attorney General.
Oh, my God.
You've got this huge task. Where do you even begin?
Right.
What are the resources you need? Who are you going to have to talk to?
And who's going to push back on you?
Exactly. You're going to have people on both sides of this,
Right.
you know, and they're all going to be coming at you with their own perspectives and agendas.
Exactly.
So it's a very politically charged situation.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of pressure.
Right. And then you've got that whole implementation section.
Right.
So the Attorney General has to work with
Yeah.
all the president's advisors
Yeah.
to put the plan into action.
Yeah, it's a team effort.
Right.
It's not just one person calling all the shots.
That's so. There's room for things to change along the way. Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, think about it. You got all these different people involved. They're all going to have their own ideas, their own interpretations.
Right.
So yeah, the final outcome could look very different from that initial plan.
Okay. Let's tackle these general provisions.
Okay.
The part that always kind of makes my eyes glaze over.
Right. The legal fine print.
Yes.
It's important, though.
Okay.
What it's saying is this order has to be implemented within existing law,
Okay.
and it doesn't create any brand new rights that people can sue over. It's saying we're serious about this, but we're going to do it by the book.
So they're staying within the line.
Exactly. They're trying to avoid any legal challenges
Mhm.
by sticking to those boundaries.
Okay. So all of this, I mean, what does it actually mean for our listeners out there?
Well, I think this order signals a potential shift
Right.
in how the government approaches the Second Amendment.
Oh.
It's pushing for a reevaluation of all these existing laws and regulations, and it's going to have an impact, definitely, on the debate about gun rights and gun control.
Absolutely. I mean, this is a huge topic for so many people.
It is.
And I think this leaves us with some pretty big questions
It does, yeah.
to ponder. I mean, if you could design a system
Okay.
that balances the Second Amendment with public safety,
Mm.
what would that even look like?
That's the question, isn't it?
Right.
I mean, what are the principles that we prioritize?
What are values
Right.
that we want to uphold?
And how do we translate those values into concrete policies?
That's what makes it such a complex issue.
It's a tough one.
Um,
But it's a conversation we need to have.
absolutely.
And this executive order is really just one piece of a much larger puzzle.
Exactly. And we'll be here to help you put all those pieces together.
Absolutely. We'll keep digging.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive on the Second Amendment.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep those minds sharp and those questions coming.
We'll see you next time.
See you again.